little
Yeah, as I went over with you guys in the class, and Ron and I have gone through the U classes and everything, and probably the most important part of any self-defense training should be the threat identification, or being aware of your surroundings. It is
It all starts
essential.
with there. Yep.
Yeah. Because everything that you have, your firearm, your hands, all of that, those aren't weapons. Those are just tools. This is the weapon. Okay? All right, so
Well,
this
I
one's
wanna know
running,
at some
Scott.
point-
This one's running, so I got a good angle here. And then I'll let you do your thing. All right, warm up and basic flexibility.
Okay, so Korean squat, feet together, heels on the ground. Try and lower your abdomen and reach forward. You should almost be able to put your chest between your knees. And you should feel how it's easier to balance right there.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get down there, it's much easier to balance and you start to feel that stretching here.
I'm feeling it.
Okay. And then the next one is feet apart, sinking. Okay. You're gonna keep all the joints bent, stay relaxed. Loosen up, stay relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out, and sink down. Relax, relax out. There you go. Elbows back. Breathe in, and sink down. And just keep everything relaxed. And so that's sinking, staying relaxed. And then the torso twist, pointing the knees, pointing the hands. Other way, straighten, and pointing knees, pointing hands up, opposite direction. And again. And again. Okay, so next section. And then we got alligator walk, which everyone hates, including me. Knee to the elbow, and reach, switch, 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 out. Okay? And then we have demonstration of chi strength. So, tight muscular strength at first, hard, tightening the muscles. It's taking him a lot of energy. And he's really having to fight this. Now, relaxed, elbow slightly bent. Just going to allow the arm to remain straight. Relax. Now it's taking me a lot of energy. And him almost none at all.
Weirds me out every time.
Which?
Just center, calm, always remain calm.
So that, that demonstrates
You got a
the,
mosque over there?
strength of remaining relaxed rather than tightening up.
Oh no, that's the Korean church.
So next section?
Yeah.
Footwork. Okay. So what this is about is reach, distancing, and footwork. Okay. He's here. I'm out of range. But if I want to close that
Kind of
range,
makes me
I
think.
take half a step forward. You can see the feet here. Just a half step, just that far, 1 foot. Now I have range. On the other hand,
Yeah,
if he
that's the
steps
Korean
forward,
Baptist church.
he's got
And you
range.
got a Catholic
And
church
it doesn't
over
really
here.
matter which foot I step with,
And in
but
between
if
the
I
two of
step
them, there's a
back,
Mormon
half
church.
step,
Got more churches
right?
in this
About a
freaking
half
area.
step, watching the distance of the hand here.
Got 3
Now
black
he's out of
churches over
range.
here. 2 of them are trailers.
Other hand, out of range. Right? Out of range, in range. And all it takes is a very small step. So either this way or this way. Okay?
Rolls and falling.
Okay. So, back roll, moving diagonally. We're going to turn the head so that the head is protected. It's being protected outside this. Rolling diagonally across the body in this direction.
John's going to try to get.
Doing this to
hooked
spread
up
out
with
the
his
surface
neighbor
area
on
of
the radios
contact.
this week.
Okay.
Get them working repeaters and then he can clone.
Good.
And then the forward roll is the same thing, opposite direction, going diagonally. So, and the side roll. Same thing, I'm not going to hit my head, I'm not going to contact with my head, I'm spreading the weight of the impact across my shoulders. Next.
3 blocks, biomechanics.
Ah. With the biomechanics, there are 3 sections of the body, 3 blocks. The head, shoulders, the hips, and either straightening these creates strain, or if you're doing it to your opponent, breaking these disbalances. And we'll get into the disbalancing attack in a bit. What's the next?
Joint locking and prevention.
Okay. So we're talking about relaxed strength, keeping the elbows and the knees bent, as in the twist exercise, yes? So if he's too far extended, extend out, it's very easy to break or be injured here. Even if all the muscles are tight, like tighten up your muscles and lock. Even right there, just a little bit of pressure, you can feel that, right? Okay. On the other hand, relaxed, elbow slightly bent. Now, I can't, pretty much, no matter how much force I apply, I'm not going to be able to break his elbows. This is very important. Same thing with the knees. With the knee straight, all it takes is a quick tap, even with the hand, break that knee. But with the knee slightly bent, now, no matter how much force I apply, I can't break that knee.
Now we go into a new section.
Okay.
Avoidance turns and basic weapon, and that includes
Okay, so we're up to the next section now.
and this is avoidance turns and basic weapon.
Okay. Avoiding. Okay, so you guys have to recap now. They're beginning where they left off. Okay, so basic weapon could be stick, knife, fist. What main thing is that whether it's a fist or a stick or what have you, by simply turning, you're avoiding the line of that attack. You're bypassing the line of that attack, just simply by turning your body. And this is very important. Let's go for the demonstration. Now, even if you're up against a wall, he starts applying pressure simply by turning out of the line of that attack. Let's stay there. We'll do it in the opposite direction. Simply by turning out of the line of that attack, I stayed uninjured. I might, if it's a sharp knife, I might get scratched, but it's not going to go into my chest cavity. Again, I'm flat against the wall. Start applying pressure. All I have to do is turn, and he misses. Want to give it a try? Sure. Okay. Go ahead. Right? But concentrate just on turning. Right? None of this, because when you do that, you're just balancing yourself. Instead, just rotate. Okay, go ahead. And you can see, and this is why we use old shirts. And okay, again. So I'm missing here. So when he turns, even if I start to apply pressure quickly, it still is the main thrust of the attack is missing. Even on the midsection, again, I'm missing. Right? Other way. Right? Other way. So, okay, so, switch. So when that first attack happens, and he misses this way, I can even use the surface of my body to use the weapon itself as a lever. Okay? This is critical.
Big drone,
Right?
big micro air vehicle.
That's a Homeland Security helicopter. It's one of the Border Patrol helicopters.
Be interesting to see how things get when they let off the 3500. If it'll affect us much, but
Again, missing. And so you can see how this works from both sides, either hand, either side. And this is why the simplicity of the motion, it prevents confusion in in a real situation, it's going to prevent confusion. So to here, or so to here, or so to here. So either hand, either way. So whichever hand you can get in there is going to be effective in that case. Again? And
Whatever.
everybody want to give that a try? Oh, try it. Well, you want to play the aggressor, Ron, baby? Too much force. Relax, relax, stay relaxed. Minimal motion. That's right with the other
It's kind
hand.
of more difficult with someone much taller now.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, either way, you're wanting to bring the bottom hand up. So,
I need to be right in front of me.
and all you got to do is close, open hand and close, right? Right. There you go.
That's it.
See the difference? And again. And try so we can get the
Mhm.
camera shot.
Use the other hand as well.
You can, but that's what I'm saying. You can use either hand, either direction, and that's why it's KISS. Keep it simple. Right? Okay. Now try with the other hand.
Okay.
Same direction, other hand. Same thing.
Okay. Okay.
Nope, nope. You're grabbing. She's already got the point on you. This is a real big surprise here. Now you want to concentrate on rotating your body out of the first thing. There you go. And so there it is, and then misses.
Just
You don't
trap
even
it
have
into you.
to Get there. When we do this handcuff, right? So imagine you can't even use your hands at all. Well,
Just rotate your body.
let me show you one more time. Right? So I don't even have the benefit of my hands. My hands are turned zip tied or behind my back. Start applying pressure. And by closing, you can see where the end of the knife is. Now I've managed to avoid being stabbed. So this is what's critically important. So even with no hands, you can still avoid. And so always turn out of the direction of the attack is a critical thing. So again, I'm just turning. It isn't a hard jerk. It isn't a hard jerk which is going to disbalance me. Instead, I just rotate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically gonna.
When you rotate out, just rotate back as you step in.
Rotate out, rotate in.
And step back in and rotate back
Slower,
in.
slower, so you can slow it down, break down.
Go back straight. Go back straight. Come in. Because your body's been trapping my wrist.
This way.
Okay.
Now, one thing that Felicia didn't learn, and that we're going to show you, is the counter to this. How do you retain your weapon if you are not the aggressor? The other person is the aggressor. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say he's handcuffed. Okay. I've got a gun, and I said, you need to get down, whatever, yada yada, or a knife, it doesn't matter, or he's not handcuffed, it doesn't matter. But he comes in, he rotates through, and
First
does
thing
that
is,
to trap.
I've turned out of the line of the attack. If a handgun, for example, discharges at this point, I'm not being shot. That's the critical thing, is not to get hurt. Okay, so that's the first thing. But then, okay, so I'm like, I know my stuff. I'm going to trap him. And I'm going to try and trap him. What's he do? Now, all he has to do is step back and turn.
Just rotate through it. Let him trap it. Because as soon as he traps it, again,
Right?
let him trap it and bring him down on the ground. And that's a retention.
And it's even more powerful. Use the other hand to trap my trapping hand. Okay, so he's going to come in, and I'm going to try and trap And you'll notice, and now I'm completely off balance.
And all I've got to do is just hold his hand.
And again,
And twist it
yeah,
down.
and all you have to do again is you're going from turn to straight. In this case, it's not to get the weapon or to counter use the weapon. In this case, it's to retain the weapon. Okay, so and now
King's Knife, Bishop.
there you go. There you go. But you can see how it's the same whether I'm bringing it up. All I'm
Is that
doing is
here
bringing
so
your
it's
hand up
not finished?
and turn.
Can I have
Straight.
it?
But it's the same thing for you.
Was
'cause if
this
I
one
do
yours,
this,
Daddy? Daddy, was this one yours? Daddy, was this
so
one
it's the same
yours?
thing. You're going from turn to
Daddy,
straight.
Exactly.
Daddy,
Yeah, anybody
Daddy,
else? Go ahead, give it a try.
Daddy. I want to tell you it, Daddy.
Alright, you guys should do that.
Daddy, is this yours?
There you go, Ron.
Is this yours, Daddy?
Something you're familiar with.
Very good. Very good. And stay relaxed. That's the important thing. Because if you do this too fast, you're going to hurt each other. You don't want to hurt. This is only practice.
Okay, here's one.
Daddy, is this yours, Daddy?
Yes.
Daddy?
Hey, baby, what do you need?
Okay. But
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
you're missing the point here.
Yes.
Because,
No,
of course, that's what you want to do. You miss the point, literally. But, okay. So, but rather than trying to grab, now I'm using my arm strength. Forget it. There's no power. Instead, you simply turn. Start to apply pressure. There you go. Simply turn. Right? So instead, it's counterintuitive. It takes a little bit to unlearn that to the point where you instead of trying to grab, instead you're simply turning onto the attack. Now you're bringing. All you do is bring one hand up, and there's your disarm. Now I got it.
Let's see now turn that around, and he is bigger than you, and you can do the same thing to
Right.
him.
Now, okay. So if you come in, now I've got you, but instead you do the same thing. You bring your hand up to retain the weapon like this, and turn straight. Now even you're not very big. I'm about what, twice your size, but still you can see how you could easily just throw me straight down. Even twice your size, you can still throw me straight down. Okay, so I turn and I'm going to get it, but you bring it in and throw. There you go. That's it.
It's all about balance.
Very slow.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's okay. You get the idea, but like I say, you could hurt him very badly. So just keep it slow, stay relaxed. Stay slow, stay relaxed. Or when he does that, this is one of the most natural motions ever, because all you're doing is bringing your hands up to your chest. Very natural motion. You do this all the time. Bring your hands up to your chest, all right? Okay. So when he goes, go ahead. Right, and then straight. Now you got to do it straight. There you go. But you see how just bringing your hands up to your middle around his hand, and now you've got complete control. You can just take that knife. That's it. And so for quick practice, you can see how it would go with the disarm. So you start by disarming me. Take the knife. Go ahead and take the knife. Okay. Now bring it back. Back to you. And you, what? Turn back into it. Take the knife. And so you can see how very
Got a
quick
nail
back
starting
and
to
forth
peel.
type of exercise.
To keep it from getting hung.
When you disarm.
All right. The next section is balance-based attacking. The universal attack.
Okay. This is what I call the universal attack because it works on almost everything, almost all of the time.
It'll sting. That's the idea.
Bring it on.
Okay, so we talked about biomechanics and breaking.
It's got one in the
balance,
chamber.
okay? So for classic martial arts, everybody talks about
Oh, that's
going
what
for
you
the
told me.
right.
Mhm.
Now most styles they're going to have you do some kind of back and forth motion blocking like this.
Safety.
Forget
Mhm.
about it. There's a much simpler, much more effective, and much faster
Oh, I see.
counterattack.
Cool, huh?
Which goes that you go straight in. and
We've-
you're-
we've been
and
practicing
you're
with those.
looking for this. The target area is on the side
Which is
of the
fun
head here.
because,
Okay.
I mean, you know,
So,
if you don't
but-
do it
but
right
you take
and they
half
squeeze the
step,
trigger on you, you get
and now you're
a
breaking
stung.
the
You know, you
balance.
got little welts from getting stung,
that?
but
Wow, I was going.
you learn real
So-
quick to
so
avoid
by
it.
Simply, so you're breaking that
Yeah.
top block off. in a
You shot
diagonal
me
manner.
last week.
So
I did.
that comes in,
Reaction.
and you just go straight in and step.
Yeah, they put Bomars on
And
here
with
too.
very little. You see how little
Oh, yeah.
effort I'm using.
Shooting each other around.
So
We're
we-
not even pushing yet.
Yeah.
Beaver
so
tail.
we're talking about a very large target area. Also, you're not even worried about using your hands so much. You have the entire surface of the forearm, which is a much larger area. So you're aiming for a large target with a large object, is your forearm or hand. Rather than, if you, with all this punching, much smaller area on the punch, yes, as opposed to the entire surface of the forearm. Want to give that a try? Okay, so I'll address this time. I'm going to punch you in the face. You're going to come straight in, straight out. Now you see how the attack goes straight out and is deflected. Could be a stick, could be anything, and then just start bringing the point of balance down. Yeah.
So, do that again.
Okay, so I throw, and you go straight in and down. There you go. And you're going to want to maintain control of the inside of the palm here.
Not the outside.
No, not the outside. So, because twisted, you don't have any power.
And a lock.
Yeah, and now, lock, like this. But, elbow bent, stay relaxed, and then just with very little pressure here, and you just feel how little pressure. I'm going to start to resist, but just start applying pressure, right? It takes a lot, yeah. And so you see how little energy you're using
Yeah.
to make this happen. So, again, but you're going to bring it down in a kind of diagonal fashion. And so we see what happens. This is what starts to happen from here. So now I'm completely off balance.
You're resting on me.
Yeah, I'm resting on him to maintain my footing. Let's try that with
Adam.
where you guys dragging the toys off to? I need the knife. Here we go. Okay. So, for example, with the knife attack, if he lunges, all I have to do is get my hand in here. I'm not worrying about pushing the attack off to the side. I'm not over here. I'm right here. I'm not over there. So I'm not worried about pushing this attack out of the way. Instead, I just come straight across and bring him down. So, right? Want to give that a try?
Sure.
Okay. Straight in. Yep.
But always coming this way, though. I got to remember that.
Okay. But and the other thing is, you can meet the point, and this is samurai stuff. You both got swords, right?
Right.
If you meet the point of the attack right here, there's nowhere for the attack to go. Now the attack is out here.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about shoving it out of the way. Just simply by having your hand on the top of the attack, their motion is going to bring their own attack out of striking area. There's nothing to hit over here. So straight in. No, you want to be going straight at this spot.
Okay.
That motion there. Okay. So, but if I come in, you're still turning out. You're still.
Yeah. I'm still
Doing
pushing it
this.
away.
But this is the thing to remember is that you can achieve this simply by going straight at that spot, right? So, and then the attack is turned out.
Inside throw?
You got a stick anywhere?
Yes.
Let's show this with a stick. Probably a rod, right? It's a little more obvious.
So that was sooner.
Jesse, oh, you mean a stick
Here's
stick?
something else. Go ahead.
Okay, so
I was wondering if there's any way you can just go in and just
no,
snap
this
the arm.
this is all Wing Chun. We're not worried about that.
He wants a
Well, I
big
mean,
stick.
because if you do this, so if I, go ahead,
Right.
and if I throw you to the ground, you're gonna get back up.
No, you're gonna kick me.
If I get there quick, I mean, but it just, I don't know, you know me, I like to break stuff, so I mean, you can break the arm right there.
No, you could go for the arm break, but that's not. But then, in California at least, we're gonna pay all their hospital bills.
Not if you continue to kick him after he's laying in the pain and kill him.
You want somebody?
You should
Yeah,
be used to this by now, man.
I know you beat me up too much. That's the problem. Okay, so with any attack, it's always go ahead. It's always deflection, but you want to keep it simple, so you always want to do the same thing. So here I am, right? And simply by having my hand over his wrist, I've deflected the attack. Okay, so and then all I have to do is half step, and now I've closed the range. So that's where the footwork combines, where you take that half step to close that distance.
Go past. Go past.
All right? Want to give it a try?
Sure.
Okay, so straight. There you go. And there's nothing to hit over here.
Then I can.
And then, yeah,
come in.
you got it right there.
Inside throw.
Okay. Now there are all kinds of situations, and you can never predict what's going to happen in any given situation. Let's take that same kind of attack with the stick, right? And I haven't had the presence of mind to get my hand over him here. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the